What's up, guys? It's your boy Paul. I'm back with you. This is Rideout Reviews, and today I'm giving you another Throwback Thursday. This movie is Back to the Future Part 3. We're finishing the trilogy today. We're going to talk about the great, awesome, cool, fascinating, fantastical things that has happened in this movie. And they're throwing it back to the West. Wild Wild West. Yeah, that's a different movie, but it's still a tight song. Wild Wild West. But it's not a tight movie. Anyway, let's jump into it, guys. Back to the Future 3 stars Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, Mary Steinberg, Thomas Wilson, and Leah Thompson. Stranded in 1955, Marty McFly learns about the death of Doc Brown in 1885 and must travel back in time to save his life. With no fuel readily available for the DeLorean, the two must figure out how to escape the Old West before Emmett or Doc Brown is murdered. Yet again, another great entry into the Back to the Future franchise. What made me so stoked about this is that they actually did them back to back. I thought it was one of the first ones, but I think Superman 1 and 2 might have been the first one. But that was so neat. I didn't know that people actually did those movies or that type of stuff back then. I thought they waited to see if the money was going to make it, and then they did the other one. But I think it worked really well because they tied the two stories together so intricately. I love the last one because of how it was kind of behind the scenes of everything that you saw in the first one. But this one was quite different than that, man. And I'm glad they did that because I guess they would just be playing the old role, the old thing over again. And that's what we see a lot of times in sequels today. But this one was quite different. Probably because it had a great producer in your boy, Steven Spielberg, great director in Robert Zemeckis, as well as the writer of this. They did a good job. Yeah, they did a good job. It was funny. Loved how they carried that chicken or yellow belly. And the thing I wanted about this one was I wanted him to figure this out, to solve this, to not always have to fight. And they did that, man. Yeah, they showed him or made him realize that it's not necessary for Marty McFly to not back down from anything. Can I say that Marty McFly did a great job on his Irish accent? I thought he did a good job, man. He looked cool. I like a little hat he had and everything. That was nice. Good way, family to help out. Yeah, I like that. And his mama, it's funny that he didn't recognize her as his mama because she looked doggone like his mama. But I think they just wanted to bring her back for the movie. The only thing I was sad about is they didn't bring Papa back. They didn't put old George McFly back in there somehow. They didn't weave and mix him into the thing somehow. But maybe he didn't want to come back. Though I don't think that's true. Doc, man. That brother in his element, man. It don't matter where he is. But that's because he's a scientist. Doc Brown actually makes me want to be a scientist. He makes me want to think about how all things work. So that way if I ever get displaced or out of time or in the apocalypse or something, that I'll be able to make it. I could just create and build and make things to work for that time. Dude had a sniper rifle. Now I know they had rifles and good shots back then. But did they have a sniper rifle? A scoped rifle that you could just knock something from so many yards? Yeah. Doc ain't playing. Boy, and his love for old girl. Yeah, that fire, man. That passion, that heart, that connection. Ooh, man. Doc, you needed it, man. You needed it. And they set you up, too. You said after you get done with the future, the time machine, and all that bogusness, you're going to check out the greatest adventure in the world. Women. I'm glad you found it, man. I am glad you found it. This movie was packed full of wonders. From a book that men actually create or do things that were not even thought of, save for its science fiction. How they make rockets that carry you up to the moon, but the book was just making the science fiction. Is that a little introspective? Is this movie saying that someday we're going to be talking about this movie while we're making a time machine traveling back in time? I don't know. Maybe we'll make a time machine. Maybe we'll figure out how to bend space in order to travel into the future, into the past. But it's all science fiction until it becomes science reality, right? Now Biff, man, that fool was looking dirty. And he always hanging around them three dudes, man. He had them three dudes whenever he was in the future. And well, actually, I think one of them was a female then. And then he had them three dudes and he was in the past. Always got three dudes around him, man. He got his posse. But in the end, he wasn't tough enough for old Marty McFly, was he? No, sir. Now, the one thing I thought that kind of took me out of my element was the fact that he could hide that car on the edge of the cliff. Or in the cave. On a cliff. People don't just be roaming around looking for stuff and then would come across that car. Also, them Indians, man, they was chasing him. When they thought, what in the world is this? Wouldn't it have been like some mind of mine, you know? But I guess that's why they put those Union soldiers, the cavalry coming, because they were like, we ain't worried about this car because we got these fools chasing us. That's probably what happened. Yeah. That's probably what happened. Can somebody tell me why Doc Brown always got to create models? I don't think they're necessary. Maybe the model is, but then when they actually put the car on and then they run it down the track and then they use electricity to turn on and blow the car up, or the train to push the car over the edge. Yeah, I don't think any of that's necessary. Though it does help because it allowed old girl to see that Doc Brown was not lying about being from the future. He did, in fact, have a time machine. Now, when Doc Brown made it back to the future or the past or whatever direction he was coming in with his lady and his two children, which looks like a wonderful family, how did he do it? Because he said he couldn't figure out the time travel thing with the car, but then he created a train to be able to transverse through time, or traverse. Yeah, traverse through time. I'm going to say that's crazy, but I'm going to attribute it to his wife. Men are far greater when they have a wonderful woman by their side. I think I'm going to rate this movie 3.5 out of 5 R's. I love the movie. It was great. But because I've watched both of them, I think it was the weakest of the franchise. My favorite was actually part 2. What was your favorite? Which was the best movie in the franchise? Is it redeemable? The last time Marty and Doc spoke, right before he took off on the train of the future, he said something that the future is not written and that you can change it now. Those are important words, man, because I think that people believe that we are stuck in our situation. But with hard work and dedication, we can all rise above. Even if no one around us wants us to. I think that's important for us to remember. Is that we need to work hard to get to the places we want to go. And we should not let anyone stop us. We can do it. We've just got to believe and trust in ourselves. As well as the power of God in our life. Great message, guys. And littered through the whole thing, it's awesome too. Like I said, strong women, man, help us to do amazing things. Love is such a powerful thing that, man, it can get you, man. Woo! Woo! It's powerful. And we can live or die by the choices we make. I appreciate you guys watching, man. I thank you for taking the time watching this fantastic classic trilogy with me. Now I'm going on to the next one, Lord of the Rings. Hope I'll see you guys in that one, man. Have a great day. Be blessed. Keep checking out these movies. Keep watching trailers of the new stuff coming out. And the theaters are about to open up, so we'll be able to check those out again. And then let's keep watching these classic movies.